Good morning, fellow traders. Bubba here, and it's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Friday, December the 4th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's try to see where we left off the market yesterday. So SPX just kind of creeping its way up here. Monthly chart, we're taking that big green month up so far early in December here. Again, we had that big breakout candle here over these prior resistance levels, and then a doji sandwich potential. Then we got that inside week, kind of crept over it last week, and now we're kind of creeping over last week this week. So it's, generally we're looking at a potential impulsive wave up right here, but we're certainly not seeing the type of steam that we saw with this move up, right? So it might take a little bit of time, right? We did have this consolidated pullback. We got out of the corrective channel right here, and it looked like a 1-2-1-2-1-2. We're just kind of slowly working our way up. What's interesting is every time we tag all-time highs, the VIX gets really nervous up here, so it's very interesting. And yesterday, I mean, it was very sensitive, right? I mean, one of the things that we looked at yesterday was the steep drop after that Pfizer news, and then they came back and refuted it this morning. Let's take a look at the SPY. So SPY ended up getting some increased volume, which is usually the case when you see a big down move. On the S&P futures, we'll see here on the shorter term time frames. Let me get a clear chart up here. You'll see in the shorter term time frames, right? We had a really sharp downside move yesterday. I mean, this is not the type of behavior that you expect out of a bullish impulsive market, right? So Pfizer came out and defended their vaccine. They basically, Wall Street Journal came out and said they're not able to provide 100 million doses, and then Pfizer came out and said we never said we were. We've been saying we can only do 50 million for a long time, and so the market's been kind of grinding up after that news came out right here. But we're in this channel right now, so let's see if we can get to the scene of the breakdown from yesterday. We got pretty close to it right here, but watch this channel today. If we break down below there, we might see a retest of the low, so that's definitely something that's going to be on the radar going into today. Let's take a look at the MES. So again, a couple fresh geometric lines were broken yesterday, but we'll see if these hold again. It's mostly just kind of a channel up here this morning, but seeing a triangle type pattern. So if we break out of these levels, we'll look for a fresh push to the all-time highs. If we break down below here, we'll see how these pivots get tested and then possibly the lows. So and again, anything could happen on a Friday. A lot of times we see a little bit of action at the open, a lot of chop throughout the day, and then it's sort of what happened yesterday. Some crazy movement at the end of the day. So we'll see if that kind of trend continues here on Friday. So you got that going on. Let's take a look at the Qs. So Qs are just kind of grinding their way up this morning. Not a whole lot of activity. I mean, we're not seeing too much going on this morning, but it is somewhat channeling up here. So let's see if that can continue. It's the IWM. Obviously, really affected by any vaccine news here. So this one gave a steep drop yesterday, but it seems to be a little bit timid here, trying to climb its way up. See how it handles that geometric line going into the rest of the day today too. Let's take a look at some of the big names out there. So Apple, gapping up a little bit here this morning. So looks like market makers have this up a little bit here. Let's see if we can get over these levels here from yesterday and get a little bit of action on it. And Tesla. So let's say Tesla. And so that's up here a little bit here this morning here from yesterday's close too. So big thing on Tesla, right? I mean, big triangle breakout right here. Kind of working on this larger wave 5. So the real question is, was this pullback basically a wave 2 pull? I mean, this could be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You can see that did come right off of the 382 here from the gap. If you go a little bit lower down here, it's more of like a kind of in-betweener, but pretty interesting right there off of that bouncer, and gave us a bit of a Morningstar reversal going into today. So good stuff. Now we're going to just do for members only, members of the Bubble Report, and for our Elite Access members. So we're going to go over some of the stocks that we're looking at that are on our radar, some of the orb names, and 2 of Algo 382's Elliott Wave setups from his watch list in the Discord. So we're going to be taking a look at those guys. Hopefully you can join us there. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the morning report here, and I hope everybody has a great trading day today. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get more in-depth video coverage on the stocks or setups that are on our radar, be sure to join our group or subscribe to the Bubble Report for more morning analysis. The Bubble Report includes S&P 500 review, also a market profile game plan on the S&P futures, sector updates, gappers, orbs, unusual option activity, economic calendar, and we also have Elliott Wave counts that are on our radar made by Algo 382. Be sure to click the link at the end of this video to subscribe today.